Hi all, how are we going, my darlings? Welcome to another round of course, Redski's Righteous Readings, raw and righteous as always. Thank you again so very much for joining me. I greatly appreciate it. If you have not done so already and subscribed to the channel, please consider doing so. I would greatly appreciate it, and I think you would get a lot from it. Now, this is a very important reading. It's been a staple on the channel for quite some time now. It is, of course, the very important and very prevalent, I do believe, addictions and recovery spread. A spread tried and tested for a few years now, not on the channel, but in life in general. A spread that I've developed myself quite some time back, and it's gone through many phases and changes and it's really become, I think, a very important topic as we've faced the issues that we have in the last sort of 18 months, 2 years, you know, about things that we get addicted to, things that we use to soothe pain and or suffering that we have in life. That's what an addiction is. It's to relieve pain and or suffering. That's why we do it. Now, what is an addiction? Well, an addiction can be anything and all things that you use to do this with. So, of course, the most prevalent would be like drugs, alcohol, maybe smoking, foods, fatty foods, bulimia, where you take control of your consumption of foods. That also goes for things like sex. It goes for things like behavioral issues. It can also go for things like self-harm, cutting, you name it. It could even be something as simple as playing your phone too much, or eating too much Ben & Jerry ice cream, or something crazy like that. But it is anything and all things that we do to relieve suffering and or pain that we feel. So if you've come here today, I want to thank you for joining me. And this will cover, no matter where you are on your ladder of addiction and or the other side of that, which is recovery. So if you're still in addiction and you're considering recovery, if you are currently in the early stages of recovery, or very much down in your track of recovery, this is the place to get yourself some solace, to get yourself some information, but most importantly, to get yourself the leg up that you may need today to make the decision that you need to make that change. And if that's why you're here, I'm so glad that you are. Now, as I said, this is a special spread that I have developed. It has been tried and tested for quite some time. And we're going to pull back the onioned layers of life to look at why you started this. How can we move forward? How can we do this? And then try to give you a boost. Now, as I do always with this particular reading, this goes, of course, for any and all star signs. This is a general reading for anyone in this situation. If you feel that you need some help, some additional guidance, and you are struggling, feel free to write SOS on any one of my videos in my playlist, and I will contact you if you need additional guidance or you need any help at all, if there's anything that I could possibly do to assist you in this particular issue, even if it's just someone to listen to. Okay? I wish you all the very best of help. Remember, this is a general reading, and it does not in any way take advice of a physician and or GP. If in any reason you do have need of self-harm, please seek help, okay? I do strongly advise that. So without further ado or any more yakking away from Redski, let's hit it and find out what is coming in for all of my beautiful beings here on the earthly plane today who are suffering addiction and or in the midst of recovery. I love you all, and I wish you all the very best. This is your July 2021 Addictions and Recovery Spread. Collective, we ask, dear Divine, to grant us with the strength, the courage of our convictions, and light and love. Dear Divine, here today for a very special reading. Addictions and Recovery Spread for July 2021 for any and all addictions and people in the midst of recovery and or in their addiction who seek guidance and are here today. Please help assist them with messages that can help them through this task and time. any and all addictions and all those in the midst of recovery. July 2021, spirits and guides. Any and all. Okay. Dear Divine Spirits and my guides, please assist me today in getting clear and precise messages for any and all those watching today. For the July monthly addiction and or recovery spread, for those in the midst of addiction or recovery. Ten of Swords reversed is the first card to come out, which actually signifies where you are, who you are, what you're going through right now. Right now. Let me pull the rest of the cards and I'll explain all the meanings in just a moment, okay guys? Okay, I just want to mention at the bottom of the deck, we do have Temperance here, which is all about the need for moderation, balance, harmony, blending. The Temperance card is a sign of Sagittarius, but it is also a sign of temperance itself, of patience, having a lot of accomplishment through self-control and frugality. It's about harmony, the mixing or bringing together into perfect union. That need for managing it or fusing it or adjusting it with good influence and consolidation or energy. To get that successful combination, it's putting the work in to get a beautiful, harmonious outcome that's in its perfect alignment, in its perfect time. Let's go through it now, everyone, and find out what's going on. So you currently, where your energy currently is in this moment of the reading. We had that Ten of Swords reverse come through for you. So that Ten of Swords reverse is talking about having benefit or profit or gains, temporary improvement, passing success or a momentary advantage. Feeling pretty laid out, feeling pretty exhausted. But just when you think you're done, down and out, another opportunity, another idea to live another day comes through, to repeat the cycle. You know, it will make you feel better, temporary, for that minute, that moment, but it will always lead to tomorrow having the anguish still of the Ten of Swords. Being flat out, not being able to go any further, being mentally desolated and absolutely plain ruined. Your obstacles and or challenges, another 10 has come through for you today, the Ten of Pentacles reversed. So your obstacles and or issues is the fact that you do have a lot of bad odds against you and you feel that this will just be a loss and you're not willing to try maybe because of it. This is feeling robbed or having a real loss carried here in monetary means and or gains, a lot of dissipation. Maybe you're facing issues of gambling, Peter to pay Paul syndrome. But this weighs on you so heavily, and the fact that where you currently are as a 10 reverse and your obstacle too is that 10 of reverse. 2 10s here, completions of cycles. I do feel though, you're right on the cusp of something great. You're right on the cusp of it. You're literally on the edge like the Fool. Oh, funny thing, that's your next card too. Your emotions, the Fool reverse. I was about to say like the Fool standing on that cliff. You know, you take another inch, you're going over. Going over. The Fool reverse in your feelings or your emotions, I should say, at the moment is really talking about bad decision. Having a lot of hesitancy, being very neglectful. Running amok. Dysfunctional amok. Dysfunctional amok. Your thoughts, again, another major coming through, the Hanged Man. So in your thoughts is about life in suspension or a transition, a change, renewal of mind, in reversal in the mind of one's way of life, abandoning a lot of the old beliefs, renunciating a lot of that energy, and the period of which we take a bit of respite between the significant events and the need for sacrifice. Deep-seated sacrifice. The next card reflects what started this, what brought you to the face of addiction and led you here to me today. The King of Wands. So this is someone that you believed, a person, doesn't have to be male, but this does denote the characteristics of the person who is honest. This person was honest and conscientious, mature, perhaps wise. The King of Wands denotes an individual who is extremely friendly, who is perhaps very fatherly, generally married, or marriage potential, therefore. This is someone that you invested a lot of trust in, who would have gone over the cliff with, and I think in a way you kind of did. This is someone that's either left deep-seated scars or issues that you can't solve or can't accept, or for some of you this could have been someone that actually was taken from you, that had passed over, and that loss, that regret. For others it was a love that went sour, or a love that wasn't allowed to bloom. For some of you I see this even as being a child as well that you've lost. A lot of things I can see here at the moment. A lot of pain and suffering is what I see here at the moment through the King of Wands. So much invested in something, so much wanting something, so much passion for something, for it to be either taken, lost, stolen, abused, twisted, changed. How to overcome this? How to overcome this? The Tower. Complete and sudden change. The Tower denotes the complete and sudden breaking down of all old beliefs, taking it down to its foundation, abandoning of all past and all relationships, severing of friendships, changing in one's opinion. It can be bankruptcy, but it's a complete sudden downfall, loss of stability, loss of security, everything laid bare, flat, taken, told, rubbled. Thoughts, feelings, places, people, places, things, everything coming down to be rebuilt. This is how you do this. You get rid of the old people. You change the old mind frame. You become the thought, feeling person you wish to be. Moving forward, how do we do this? How do we do this? The High Priestess. So this is a real sense of understanding everything, wise, wisdom, sound judgment, using all that common sense, taking it all in, having an impartial, direct line to it, being a bit spiritually bound as well, and helps there as well. Foresight, intuition, objectivity, emotionless with platonic relationships as well. So letting go of it all, keeping some secrets within you, keeping an element of surprise. Moving forward, we really need to embody a lot of intuition and common sense. Objectivity, sound judgment. We need to foresee it, know it, be solid in it, and make the necessary moves to make it happen. We need to know this, we need to feel this, we need to be intuitively guided by this. Moon cycles as well, the cycle of the moon. By the moon cycles. In July, the 2nd and 31st is the last quarter of the moon. The new moon starts on the 10th of July, and therefore the cycle is complete, the full moon on the 24th. That is your time from the new moon on the 10th to the full moon on the 24th, when the cycle is complete of the moon, for you to start this progress. Okay? Now, outcome. Where's the outcome looking for this? The 9 of Swords. So we are suffering a lot of mental anguish, of course. We're all up in our head with a lot of concern, anxiety, despair for ourselves, for the ones we love. We worry we can't do this. We're up at night. Our sleep cycles are all messed up. We carry the weight of the world of our mind. But how can we get through this? Strength, Leo energy now. Strength, courage, conviction, mind over matter, matter over mind, action, defense, resolution, energy, conviction. Have some conviction and strength and courage in what you do. Therefore, there you will find accomplishment with that. The Ace of Wands behind that, it says, it may be a cloudy outlook. You may not be able to see that goal, that unrealized goal. But you can obtain it if you push through and use strength to champion it. No matter whether you can see it or not, or feel it, touch it, taste it, it is there, I promise you. You've got to back yourself on this one, guys. You've got to back yourself on this one. You've got to have the strength, the conviction, the love enough for yourself. You must embody that temperance. You must embody that frugality and that equality of accomplishments through balance and moderation. Spread really denotes that you can make this change, or if you've already made the change, you can most definitely succeed in this. This isn't a fickle thing. This is, you have a real shot here of making your life's path a whole nother way of doing it. Alright, let's clarify this now. Spirits and guides, I need clarification please of this reading. The addictions and recovery spread for July 2021 for any and all people suffering an addiction. We need clarification for this reading from you today. Thank you. Alright, let me get the clarification happening. So we started off, of course, none other than that 10 of Swords reversed is your current energy. We have the Queen of Cups coming through with her, with that energy now, to clarify. The 10 of Pentacles reversed was your obstacles and or issues to face. This is backed by the 6 of Cups reversed and the 4 of Swords. The Fool reverse was your emotions currently. So your emotions are that of the Fool reverse. Can we clarify please the Fool reversed energy for this reading? We have the 9 of Wands. For your thoughts, we had that Hanged Man, the need of sacrifice, and things of that nature. Please clarify the Hangman in the thoughts. We came with the 8 of Pentacles. The King of Wands, for the what started this, what brought you to this catalyst. Please clarify the King of Wands energy. Yes, we can. We have the Page of Swords. The Tower. How do we overcome this? The Tower. Clarify the Tower, yes, with the King of Wands. The High Priestess, can you please clarify the High Priestess energy? Yes, we can. 2 of Pentacles. 9 of Swords for the outcome, yes, we can. High Priestess reversed. Strength card, please, can you clarify that Strength? And that Ace of Wands reverses. Clarify this. Justice. Okay. Alright. What I'm feeling from here is the need of change. The how to go about it. You currently, with that 10 of Swords reversed, momentary benefits. Queen of Cups. This is someone that's very loving and devoted. But someone that might not be helping you. They may be enabling you. They may not be able to see you in sufferance. They may have such strong connection with you that they don't want to see you in pain or affliction. But in doing so, in acting the way they do, they in ways do inadvertently actually enable you with their love, with their warmth, with their honesty. Your obstacles, that 10 of Pentacles reversed, 6 of Cups, 4 of Swords. 10 of Pentacles was feeling robbed, gambling, dissipation. That 6 of Cups is new things coming in. There will be new possibilities, new adventures, new things to take hold of. But you're going for a sword. You're pulling back. You're exiling your energy. You're taking to tomb. You're pulling yourself out of the game. You need to be present to be able to make movement. There is a time to rest, but there's a time to yield and a time to rise up. Your time to rise up is very much here. Your feelings, the full reversed back by the Nine of Swords. Negligence, because you just can't go anymore. The Nine of Swords is, the Nine of Wands is really feeling on the front foot, like you're waiting for that anticipation of the enemy at the gate. You know it's coming. And no matter how neglectful you are to your needs and your wants and whatever, you know it's coming. You know the pain of having to redo this addiction or redo this act again to receive that solace. You're always on the front foot waiting for it. You know it's coming. It always does. Your thoughts, the Hangman, Eight of Pentacles, your thoughts are that of needing sacrifice here, and we need to work at this real hard if we're going to have a chance at it. We need to go back to the drawing board. We need to be studious about this. We need to learn about this. Become the student now. And get all that inner wisdom, all that inner advice, internal, external, of what you need to make this change. Started this King of Wands, Page of Swords. This is denoting individuals here, two different personality types. One more mature, one more, very honest, sympathetic, one that you saw as real devoted energy. To a Page of Swords, which is someone that is spying, or a studious youth trying to get information here. The Page of Swords is all that about concerning, finding out that is which then less than obvious. Getting information, spying. This beautiful individual that you thought was so perfect was far from it. They, in fact, were cunning or a bit deceitful, wanting information. How to change this, how to overcome this, the Tower and the King of Wands. We need complete and sudden change. Let go of it all. Let it all fall. Let it all fall down. Let it all go. Because the King of Wands, we need to be honest to ourselves and to those around us. We need to be wise here. Educated as well. We need to be educated about what is going on here. Moving forward. The High Priestess and the Two of Pentacles. We need balance, agility in controlling ourselves. Controlling our money, controlling our mind, controlling our emotion. We need strict and utter control. We need balance. Then with all that ending, that Nine of Swords, Strength and Ace of Wands, we've had justice come through for that. We need justice, our justice. Whether right or wrong, truly fair, equilibrium, righteousness, justice. We want our turn to be judged and let be judged, so we can lead by example for the life we want to live now. Let justice prevail, and let us championize that in our forward movement. And the High Priestess I've just pulled for you as an additional card. If you want the justice, you must embody the High Priestess. The wisdom, the knowledge, the strength, all of by which she prevails for. To have the justice, we must be willing to take the wisdom and be willing to do what needs to be done to have justice be done and to have the strength to endure it. So what say you? So what say you? I wish you all the very best.